everybody, it's time for rule number 5. Number 5 is told you to not study grammar rule. To get some of you feeling stressed because all your life you were told grammar is the key to English. If it was the key in English, probably we'd be speaking a lot better now. Thus, now you already start a lot of grammar rules. Now, on the other hand, grammar itself is important because we need grammar to use grammar correctly when we speak. We don't know to study grammar rules or memorize a few rules in textbook. Instead, rule 5 is use point of view story. Use point of view story. That's rule number 5. Point of view story is the method, is technique for learning English grammar, and specifically for learning spoken English grammar, of course, taking by speaking, not writing. So, use point of view story to learn English grammar. Don't use textbook. Don't study grammar instead. Use point of view story. Now, what is the point of view story and what is the point of view story? Most people don't know about this, so here's a very simple explanation. Point of view story, a story that's series of story. Point of view story is a series of story. So basic words, you need to do it as you get one basic story told from the certain point of view. What that means is really told about a certain time, for example, in the past. So when we tell the story about something that happened in the past, let me give very simple example. There was a dog. He was very hungry, so he ate a lot of food. That's not much story, but it's so you will listen to this story in the past, right? 10 years ago, there was a dog. He was very hungry and he ate a lot of food. And because bring point of view story much longer and interesting and funny and will complicate. That, for example, with very simple and that's the idea. So the first thing I'm listening to the story from one point of view, the past. And of course, as you're listening to that, you're learning the past tense, you're learning the verb form go with the simple past. But you don't need to study the textbook, the simple past. You don't need to know the irregular form of the verb. You don't need to know any of that, or you need to listen to the story. And only you will understand the story happening in the past, you will naturally, subconsciously, and in fact effortlessly learn the correct past tense verb form. You don't need to memorize anything, so don't need to analyze anything rule of textbook. Here's the next thing you do. Point of view still. Next, you listen to the same exactly story, but now let me tell from present point of view. Listening to the story like this. There is a dog. And right now he's very hungry. So he eats a lot of food. Now guess the story is example. The same basic structure, right? The same basic story, but now it's happening. It's happening now. It's happening today. What might happen every day. And you say what you do was with story. Reels will be longer and more complicated, more interesting and more funny. You get the idea. And by listening now to the two versions of the story, they would learn the past and new in the present. It will just learn the verb form. It will just learn the structure. It will learn how we talk about the past. It will learn how we talk about the present. It will learn the little time phrases like right now, today, 10 years ago. Time phrases tell you each word to you. Because listen to the same song and another version, maybe the version with evolve, for example, and the present of the present perfect in the past. You don't need to know the present. You don't need to know what that means. You don't need to remember it. You just listen to the story. And as long you understood the meaning at time, you will learn the present perfect correctly, effortlessly. Some concepts in the brain and without thinking. That's what you want. With speech, no time to think, remember about the rules. No time to translate. Everything happen very instantly, immediately, automatically. You need to think it in English, feel it in English, understand it in English, say it instantly in English correctly. You never learn by studying grammar rule. When it happen, you will learn it through point of view story. Of course, again, from future point of view, you know, almost in the first there will be a dog here be very hungry, you will be very hungry, and he's gonna eat a lot of food. What I mean going to. So let's go home. Long story then is same basic story but now told about the future, and by listening all the different versions, your brain will get feeling from how things change. Sometimes the nouns, sometimes vocabulary changes when you talk about different times periods. Of course, not the verb from, because it other grammar focus on with the kind story and making changes, have the brain understand what's happening. With them have a think about me, analyze me, memorize, taking tests, and also automatically by listening to the simple, funny, and interesting story. All the different versions. That's how you learn spoken English grammar. That's how you learn to use it instantly, automatically, correctly. This is much more powerful in testing some book. And really, all of you have to do it, student as a learner, or you need to do just listening to each version of the story every day. That's all. You just can listen, understand, and enjoy the story. Just need to constant focus. You can hear how things changing. You don't need to remember any grammar term. Past, perfect. You know, future, present, or the matter. That forget all that doesn't matter. Or you just to understand what the story about. Understand the meaning. Understand the point of view. The time that's happening. And we compare the different versions that you listen each one every day. It's really easy and fun way to do it. And of course, in my real point of view story, I make a story crazy and funny and entertaining, and make them strange because easy to remember strange and funny thing. Normal in voice, they're all important. So this is how you learn grammar easily, effortlessly, unconsciously, automatically. And this is how you learn to give feeling correctly. If there's feeling inside, you know something sounds right and something else sounds wrong. You have your own language. That's how you use correct grammar in your own language. When speaking only, not consciously trying to remember the grammar rule, of course not. We hear something that's wrong in the language, grammatically wrong. Do you know it? You feel it right. Something in the brain, something about the sound wrong. Someone said yesterday, I ate a lot. I don't think I will correct form of the verb in H in the regular. I don't think about I just made it as a sound wrong. Strange. Oh, my first reaction deep inside just that's wrong. I feel it. If I want to think about it, but the feeling happens instantly, automatically. That's what you need. Speak correctly to you, correct spoken. grammar. When writing or what you do, think much as one. You go slowly as you want, but for speaking, you will intend fast immediately. Very important. So that's it. We'll learn with point of view story. It will learn to you grammar automatically correctly. You will learn much faster. You improve spoken English grammar much faster. And learn like try. You have fun. You actually enjoy learning grammar story, and that's big benefit to you. So rule number 5: use point of view story to learn and master spoken English grammar. I will see you tomorrow in rule number 6. Have a great day.